YouTube family, wagwan. Maverick in the space. One more time. Best and most credible opinion. Fear and fearless analysis to the T. Alright. You know, the football is the most popular sport in the world. The most popular league in the world is the English Premier League. Most football fans anywhere them there in the world, them have a team where them carry in the EPL. That's how good the EPL has been marketed and sold throughout the entire world. Every single continent watch the EPL and people adapt teams. Me see all of that for say. Some controversy been brewing and been happening really with the EPL over the past recent seasons because of the referee them in the EPL. A lot of people just come to the consensus say English referees are incompetent. Me understand that theory there. Me tend to agree with it. But me want to push it a little further. Some of these calls made by these English referees, generally, you know. Now, me not say every single referee in England uniformly make the same kind of call them, you know. But what I'm making is a general observation. And I've made it on some other platform, and as usual, some people have take me on about it. But me posit the theory right as you know. I am not convinced that based on some of the decisions we've seen taken by some of these referees in England, in the EPL, me not convinced they are fully incompetent. Them incompetent. Me think some of them more than incompetent. Me think some of them corrupt. Just looking at the facts in front of me. I have a theory. I want to examine it for me and tell me if you don't think me lying or you think it have some credibility to it. EPL referees generally, they don't make bad decisions against Manchester City. For those who don't know, Manchester City win 5 of the last 6 EPL titles. I think they win 4 straight. So they might go for them 5th straight title this year. And just the facts and context again, Manchester City have been charged with 115 counts of breaches of the fair play rules for the EPL. They might face the charges now. Now that are just for side context, you know. Now my argument is that I have noticed it conspicuously over the past about 3 seasons. Remember, I said them win the last 4 titles, you know. Quite a few of those title races have been won by the odd point or 2. Some close title races. So although City are this big bad rich club, they're still getting up, you know, it's a fairly competitive push them have for quite a few of the titles. Them edge out Arsenal last season. I mean, in the same 4 straight with them win, I think them edge out Liverpool by 1 point twice. So teams are compete with them. But my observation is that the referee them don't make bad calls against City that cost them points. Me one counter to that is that City is so good and so superior. So when they get the bad calls, because their team is so good and the bench is so deep and them coach Pep Guardiola is so brilliant, they make up for those bad calls. But if City were getting these bad calls, we don't see them. We don't see them and see the team and recover from these bad calls. The fact of the matter is they are not getting these bad calls. Look for the team then we are get these bad calls. And these bad calls, you know, people, predominantly are marginal calls, you know. So in other words, game in point now. The Arsenal-Man City game over the weekend. The Trossard red card before halftime that effectively, you know, decide the result of the game. Besides, Arsenal not going to win. Because Manchester City playing against 10 men at the Etihad, 99 times out of 100, Manchester City are going to win that game. It was a miraculous and spectacular defensive display by Arsenal that they were able to hold that game, ended in a 2-2 draw. But where are the decisions like that, the marginal decisions? The first game of the season this year, Kovacic, the Manchester City midfielder, slapped down a ball in the box with him hand. No penalty. City win 1-0. There's an infamous incident against Everton. Everton get blatant robbed by Everton, you know. We have fight relegation every season, you know. When the Premier League did up points from them, you know. For the same thing when them can't take no points from Man City for yet, you know. The referee commission come out and apologize to Everton because of a bad referee decision that went against them playing against, guess who? Manchester City. Couple seasons ago when City win the league by 1 point, Wolves, them a play Wolves in our game. Short man, we used to play midfield for who's I name again. Don't remember Martino or something like that. A ball it Martino or something. The referee said penalty. City get the penalty. Liverpool are play against City when that was last season. Deco. He foot up in one of my ball and chase up here so in the penalty area. No penalty. All of them marginal calls there. City get them in them favor. Some of them marginal, some of them blatant. Now, it's one thing for a referee or a set of referees to be incompetent. Me personally think I corrupt. You see, if it was incompetence, the mistakes would have spread more evenly amongst the teams. And the thing that is it make it so flabbergasting for me, you know, is that Manchester City is arguably the richest club, one of the richest clubs in England. They have arguably the best coach in the business. They have the deepest squad. And yet still, this is the team that these referees seem to be helping week in, week out. So all this rubbish for some people that talk about City is so good, that is why they make up for bad cars. Name me the bad cars we go against City over the past 3 seasons. One, them fine. One, there's a goal. It was scored against Manchester United. I think Rashford did in a offside position. And he was deemed to be impeding the referee, but the referee did get a goal. That was Manchester United. We're not going to know and can't beat nobody. But I think that it cost Manchester City 2 points. That is the lone incident where marginal referee decision go against City over the past 3 to 4 years in the EPL. I'm going to come tell me say incompetent, the referee them incompetent. I think the referee there, some of them compromise. Michael Oliver, the one who do the game weekend against Arsenal. He's supposed to be the best referee in England right now. Him have this little TNT history where the owners of Manchester City fly him go, I must say, somewhere over Middle East there, go do some game over there and pay him a bag of money and fly him back from England. Me not surprised if them man they compromise. Based on the decisions where them man they make. When you look at the decision to send off Trossard, when anybody who understand football knows that effectively kill the game as a contest, you know. That is why Arsenal come out and play like how they play. See, that referee did not have to give Trossard that second yellow card, you know. They have a thing named discretion in a football. They have a thing named discretion and common sense in officiating football. Unless, of course, you know, a player does something blatant. If a player does something blatant, like slap an ex-opponent in the face, or kick a man in the belly, or spit in our opponent's face, something like that, then you know, no room no there for discretion. You have to do what you have to do. But when a man tackle and win a ball, and in the same motion and win a ball, him kick with the ball out there, so. And someone argue say him, I forget, and you look at it. Someone that does to football. There's discretion when there's supposed to be discretion in a decision making in a football. Anybody who feel that football refereeing is without discretion, that means that them feel say a robot can referee a football game. Every single call we a referee make has an element of judgment and discretion about it. So this extreme way where people argue about referees have to do this and they have to do that. No, so. As me say, unless there are extreme cases. But during the course of a game, the cut and thrust of a competitive game and a competitive season, there are going to be a myriad of occasions on which the decision of the referees will be solely based on their perception and their discretion and their opinion. Now, as me say, when those calls invariably are help the most powerful club in the league, me think that potentially cause integrity and credibility issues for the best football league in the world. And for full disclosure, I am a Liverpool fan. My team are one of the teams that were always a tussle with Manchester City for league title honors. Me think it's more than incompetence with a lot of these referees. Me think are corrupt, some of them corrupt. And look, when they say the referee is corrupt, you know, it means that the referee them when they meet every weekend, you know, as a body them decide, say, look, we are going to rob Arsenal and rob Liverpool because we want to make sure that Manchester City win the league. And also corruption go. And also infiltration and corruption go. Anybody who have any modicum of common sense understands say and also you do them kind of something there. Sometimes it's not even organized. Sometimes I just 1 or 2 man in the system. Some of them are fans of some club and they make biased referee decisions. Referees are human beings, you know. And seem like a man out the road are corrupt. Referees are potentially corrupt as well. And me think some of them English referees are corrupt. What you think? What you think? It's just a Liverpool man disgruntled? Eh? Or facts in a fiction? And fiction in a facts? Step way, Maverick. Step in. Tell me what you think, no man. Tell me what you think.